Three of the most important verbs in French are être, avoir and faire, to be, to have and to do. I'm going to look at how these are used. For example, for être, how do you say you are, we are, they are, she is, and so on? I need to work through all the possible ways of using the verb in a sensible order, a process known as conjugating the verb. There are basically 6 categories in a conjugation: first person, second person and third person singular, and then first, second and third person plural. In English, the person speaking in each category is I, you, he, she or one, and then for the plurals, we, you and they. In French, these are je, tu, il, elle and on, and for the plurals, nous, vous, and depending on whether they are masculine or feminine, il and elle. One little complication: the tu form is normally reserved for when you're talking to a friend or a family member or to a child. When you're being more formal, you might use vous. So, être, to be. In English, the conjugation is I am, you are, he is, she is, one is, we are, you are, and they are. In French, je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and finally, ils sont and elles sont. But remember that the more formal way of saying you are singular is vous êtes. Next, avoir, to have. In English, I have, you have, he has, she has, one has, we have, you have, and they have. The word je is shortened to j apostrophe, where the verb starts with a vowel, so it's j'ai, then tu as, il a, elle a, on a, nous avons, vous avez, and finally ils ont and elles ont. And the more formal way of saying you have singular is vous avez. And finally, faire, to do or to make. In English, the conjugation is I do, you do, he does, she does, one does, we do, you do, and they do. In French, je fais, tu fais, il fait, elle fait, on fait, nous faisons, vous faites, and finally, ils font and elles font. And the more formal way of saying you do singular is vous faites.